Welcome back. Today is the day that I expect to drink the most warm static out of any single segment of the game. So that's going to get wild, I expect. Just a little bit of a reminder here what we're doing. This is the high RNG build. So the idea is that I initially spawned in some warm static, which we're only allowed to use for drinking at major milestones throughout the game. So that's every major storyline quest completion, and I'm doing it every 5 levels as well. And what that has a chance to do is, when you drink it at least, has a chance to re-roll all of your mutations or a chance to re-roll all your skills. 50% chance. And so it changes things up randomly. As you can see here, I don't have a lot of super good mutations for doing damage. Like triple jointed is very good. I've got teleportation, like I've got some stuff for getting around. Double muscled is pretty solid. So it's kind of pushing me more towards a melee build, but just before this, I was a ranged build. So it kind of shifts you back and forth, which gets wild. As for the skills, I've pretty much got skills in everything now, because when you drink warm static, not only does it re-roll them, it gives you more skill points or it gives you more mutation points. And so that's why we have so much stuff, either skills or mutations. They're all low level, but like it keeps giving you points, so you keep going into it. I've got 13 AV and I've got some good items here, most of which I've crafted, like this high energy thermocask I crafted. We've got some crysteel boots and hat. And we've got these handrails, which I crafted as well, which I'm really running low on ammunition for. So I've just completed Bethesda Susa in the last segment that I did live yesterday. And now we're getting to sort of the late mid game, I guess, where we're going to go through a bunch of storyline quests really quickly. So we've just completed this. We're going to go ahead and port back to Gritgate. And the first question is, do I have enough chem cells to get there? I've got one here in my toolbox. Oh yeah, I have some. Okay, so I did pick up some, but I'm empty on my guns. So we'll go back to Gritgate, turn in this quest, and we'll go from there. Yes, I have decoded the signal. I'm inspired to name my handrail. Sure, it did a lot of work for me. Let's name it off of my culture. I have no idea what my culture is. I am the RNGesus culture or something. But it thinks that I should be Sibas. So we'll go with a nice color here. I tend to like this coloration, which you get with the plasma pistols and such. So we'll go with that. 6,000 XP. And now let's see, I think right away, no, you gotta wait, don't you? So we'll just wait a few turns to get the next quest. Here he comes. Yes, I will go to the spindle. Okay, so because we've just completed this quest, I'm going to go ahead and drink warm static right now, and we're going to see what we get. Just for a little extra fun. Okay, we got mutations reshuffled. So it tells us what we lost, it tells us what we gained. We're getting sleep gas generation, paralyzing stinger, which I already had. It's just like shifting one for the other. I've got confusion, flame ray, pyrokinesis, force wall, ego projection, domination. Oh my gosh, I am an Esper now. Multiple legs, which is nice. Space-time vortex, who cares? Heightened hearing, and mass mind. So I am like very much an Esper and very much have Psychic Glimmer at this point. It also gave me 12 mutation points. So yeah, I have 30 Psychic Glimmer. So we are going to be getting invaded in the near future, and probably repetitively, by higher and higher level enemies. So this might start getting scary. Now our handrails have done well for us so far. The only thing I don't have here that I like with Esper builds defensively is Mental Mirror, which I had before and we've gotten rid of it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and buy another mutation. There's Force Bubble. Oh, there's Mental Mirror though too. So we know we're going to be getting invaded now. So do we just take Mental Mirror? We have the Force Bubble bracelet, So I think we go this way. This has really been paying off well for me so far. In Bethesda Susa, a number of times they attempted to confuse me and I just reflected it back at them. So I think we'll go with that. I'm going to get another one and we find Force Bubble again. We could also get Two Hearted. Gives us more sprint, more toughness. Cryokinesis, I'm not too keen on. So I think we're going to get Force Bubble. So now we have two different ways to do Force Bubble. We got 5 points left. With our ego, these are going to level 3. We're now at 36 Glimmer. What do we want to do? Multiple legs still at level 1, so we could dump points into multiple legs to get more move speed, carry capacity. I think that's a decent option. Double muscled up here at level 5. That's looking great. I'm probably never using Mass Mind. Probably won't use Domination actually, will I? What's Ego Projection do? Augments a physical attribute by twice your ego bonus. So that's a big deal because I have a decent ego. I only have 2 bonus though, don't I? But we could lean back towards a physical build here. Just fine with what we've got. Let's go multiple legs. Okay, I've got 5. So I'm going to roll one more time and then I'm going to put the point in multiple legs unless I get something really good here. Temporal Fugue or Two-Headed. Now, because of the invasion by espers, having 2 heads is pretty good here. Mental actions are less action cost and 50% chance initially and each round to shake off negative mental mutation effects, or mental status effects rather. So if we do get hit with some mental mutation attacks, through our mental mirror, we have 2-headed to shake it off, which could be very good. Also can't get decapitated or meaningfully decapitated. I think we're going to go with that. Gives us another hat slot, another face slot. So, okay. And we're going to put that last point in multiple legs, as I said. Now, we are starting to look more mutant-y. We've got 2 legs, 2 feet, so I need to find some new boots. And then we've got the extra head slot and face slot, which I don't have anything for any of the slots. So we'll be looking for that kind of stuff. I do have a better weapon to use here, a hammer. This flaming carbide hammer. And then we will replace the cells here. I've got a radio-powered one right here. Okay, so now it wants me to go to spindle. So I think that I already have the rep for the spindle, actually, because I've been building it up since the beginning of the game, basically. Let's see, there is, the way to filter this. So I've got wardens, mechamists, birds, and my starting village, as well as several other places. So we're golden for the spindle quest. Let's port up to Ezra, and we'll start that going. Everybody's restocked, the vendors have, so we'll check their inventories. Crystal Aegis I would really like. I've got a bunch of these artifacts that I pulled out of Bethesda Susa. They're all cybernetics, so they could be worth a decent amount of money. Let's just take a moment and we'll identify them. Hopefully they're worth something. And then we can upgrade our shield, which would be good. I'm still wearing a steel shield right now. And this Crystal one is 3 more AV, which is a pretty good upgrade. Ooh, gas tumbler. Hello. We're not using gas effects right now, but gas tumbler is huge if you've got like flamethrower or if you end up using spacer pistols. So I might hang on to that. Let's take my shield off as well. Go ahead and sell that. And we'll upgrade to the Crystal Aegis. It's actually better negative AV too, or DV rather. So precinct navigator with a lead acid cell battery. I might keep that battery. And then we'll get rid of all this junk, which is way more than enough. So what else do you have to sell me? A couple herb berries might be useful. Don't know what these are. Combustion cells I have. So just grab copper nuggets, I guess. Yeah, and we'll take our water elsewhere. Maybe somebody else wants to sell me something. Whoops, what did I just do? It says you don't have enough water containers. Do you want to complete the trade for the 135 you can store? Ooh, so I'm losing quite a lot. We'll just pick up water skins then, yeah? Sweet. Okay, yeah, just got to remember, I'm looking for boots, face, and head items as well, now that we have those available. Where's my shield go? There it is. Everything shifted around when I grew new arms and whatnot. Not new arms, new head, new feet. What do you have for me? Phase harmonic, willowy? Willowy's good. Massively reduces the weight on items. So we'll pick that up. It's cheap. I can just buy it with the water I have. Learn that. And then we're going to eat from here so that we get psychometry, which gave us a notification that we've went up to 40 psychic glimmer. So got to watch out. What can we use psychometry on? Combustion cells, sure. Not that. Solar cells, yes. Gas tumbler? Probably not, right? Too complex, that's too bad. Because I don't really want to hang on to this for any reason until we need it, if we need it. We can learn lead acid. And we have some grenades we can learn. Poison, explosion, I've got normality already. Okay. Well, we learned a few things. Let's go trigger this quest, and then we'll pop down to Yurd Freehold, and see if we can buy helmet, face mask, boots, stuff like that. All right. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, how can I appease you? Convene the council. Come back in 3 days. All right. So it is the 4th, so we're just going to keep an eye on that. We're going to come back on the 7th. And I think what we're going to do is we'll just fly. And we'll go across the overworld map. Yeah, we could pop in some ruins. These are a little harder than the ones we were doing earlier, but they'll have better loot as well. Just checking. I want to make sure I have enough ammo here. We'll see. That should be okay. That's my radio-powered cell. Let's see. Nephthali. Now, I have a Nephthali figurine here, which I thought would help my reputation more than it has. No? How do you spell Nephthali? Nap. N-A-P-H. Nap. Negative 350. So I'm close. So, like, I could love injector a legendary Nephthali, and we could get there. But for now, we're killing these guys. You know, it'd be nice to do, too, get on their good side, because then I could, what is this? I could get in good with the robots that they often carry around with them. Definitely disassemble this for the 4-bit. And then we'll grab Sphinx Salt Injector, which is great. We do have trash divining as well, so it's possible that we find some good secrets while we're traveling around here, digging through trash, as you do. Okay. Onward and upward. No, I'm just going to check. I have a precinct navigator here. I could put a battery in it so that we find more interesting things. There's some ruins. Now we are in the tier 7 or 8 forest. I forget which it is. Jungle, rather. So this could be extremely dangerous. Let's pop our head in and see what happens. You note the location of Narak Town, which is not, ironically, a settlement. It is a ruins. We've got some interesting tubing here. A bizarre contraption. Let's identify. Solar pumping station filled with algal gel. Don't think that does anything for me. These walls are possibly lava filled? I'm unclear. They look like... Hello. They look like the walls in Tomb of the Eaters. So we've got a tart beard, but it's not an elder one, so it shouldn't be that hard. But I am now covered in what? It should be acid, right? What is this? I'm covered in algal gel. Okay. But this is acid or something. Corrosive gas. Okay. So let's just back around the corner. We'll be safe. I don't know just how dangerous this area is yet. Just gonna be careful. There he is. That's an elder. Is that an elder? Yeah, Unctus Elder Tartbeard. Algal Unctus Elder Tartbeard. Okay. So many descriptors there. Still spits corrosive gas. This is fine. I guess that's acid resist, probably. Unclear. Let's see what options we have here. We've just re-rolled our mutations, if you didn't catch that happening. We drank Worm Static when we completed the quest, re-rolled our mutations. Got a bunch of stuff that kind of isn't that useful, if I'm perfectly honest. I could put up a force wall, which blocks his acid, but I can shoot through. So that's a thing. Just gonna step down. Let's try it. Force wall. Force wall is a thing that I don't use. Start space, start wall, 9 squares. 9 squares left. So you go here and you go boop, 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 and down, and just call it good. Oh, I can't shoot through it. Yes, I can? Yes, I can. Wow. Badly wounded. He's taking a bunch of hits. Partially because I'm only shooting him with one of my hand cannons. Okay, what was he worth? 700 experience. Not bad, not bad. Whoops, shooting off into the distance. Okay, he was much easier to kill. All right, force wall, I see you. Obviously not as good. Boy, it's a whole army of these things, isn't it? Let's rest up. Let's eat a meal. Maybe we can get some... You have a chance to heal on taking damage. That might be useful. Where is Make Camp? We have this recipe that we learned early on. Probably my favorite recipe. Whenever you take damage, there's a chance... Not that one. To heal for to full 15% of the time. So we'll do that. Ooh, there's some lava down there too. Eigen pistol. Interesting. Crystal dagger. And phase shift grenade. Okay. Eigen pistol. Is that something we want to use? I don't think it is. Yeah, P11. Penetration 11. Interestingly, take note of this. This is a blue penetration arrow, which is normal, and Eigen pistol is yellow. What does that mean? Does anybody in chat have any idea what that means? I know this is piercing, but otherwise, maybe that just means piercing penetration? I don't know. I mean, it's less penetration than my handrails are. So I think we're not going to use it for now. It's got a 5-bit. Could be useful at a later date. Oh, you know what? We have thermoelectric cells, don't we? So we'll fill up our cell at least. I don't have any containers I can put that in, unless it can go in glass rather. Let's pour into a combustion cell. That makes sense, right? And then can we fill up this glass container? No. Okay, well, good enough. Lots of lava. I suppose that's from those walls. I was saying they might have lava in them. I suppose they probably do. What do we got? Another tart beard? Where are you at? Hiding. Interesting area here. Not much of any use. Miner. Is that my heightened hearing, maybe? That allows me to see them in the dark? I suppose it is. Gotcha. 725 experience. Pretty good. Yeah, it must be heightened hearing. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? It stops my auto-explore. What are these? Bizarre contraptions. Let's identify, just for fun. Hydraulic press. Sealed. I can enter it. I doubt entering a hydraulic press is a good idea. That sounds like a good way to die. Okay, we're just going to leave. This is fine. Still making our way down here. We're passing time. It is now the 7th of the month. We started on the 4th. So we're good to go back to Ezra anytime and finish this quest, basically. So we'll just check here, see if there's any good loot. And then we'll head back. Geomagnetic disc, I like. Several 6-bits here for cheap. We might pick those up. 550, let's see if we can pick that up. You never know. If you could mod it with sturdy, for example, it would be quite good. So their shield, getting a lot of weight here. 180 drams left, so pony up 88 of those seems good. We get 3 6-bits. We get the ability to learn geomagnetic disc. So before I do that, let's just pop over here and we'll check what these guys have for sale. Tilly in particular, of course. Crysteel gauntlets. I have already, I think. It's probably worth finding out what these items are. Salve injector's worth buying. I don't know. Can I even afford these if I do identify them? Not really. Not a lot of cash on me right now. Okay, that's fine. We'll just take the we'll take silver. We'll take the nuggets and we'll take the salve injector, and we'll give you the bubble level. And I think we just keep the Eigen pistol. It is worth 450 though. Whew. That's more expensive than I thought it was. Oh, I've got these credit wedges as well. Get rid of the poison grenades. Lead acid battery, that's fine. Close enough. Okay. Do we want to learn geomagnetic disc? I think the answer is yes. Got to power it with something, of course. But we got this thermoelectric cell. That should be fine. It'll be good for taking out low-level guys, right? Rather than hitting them with my hand cannons, handrails. It's a thrown weapon, geomagnetic disc. I've got everything I need. I like this item. It's a little clunky sometimes. It breaks often. But, I mean, it... Oh, I was going to say it bypasses armor. Did they change that? That has a 5 penetration value. It used to have the vibro mechanism. Okay, only when it's powered. Interesting, I didn't realize that. So you can throw it without it being powered, but if you power it, it has this vibro mechanism. Cool, I'm not sure that was always the case. We will electromagnetically shield it, I think, because that's a good way to lose it. Takes a 5-bit, which means my Eigen pistol. Not sure that's how I want to use my 5-bit, honestly. Let me see about modding this, because this should be electromagnetically shielded first. Yeah, and it takes a 5-bit as well. So if I'm going to use that 5-bit, it's for this. No doubt about it. But I've also got force bubble and mutation, so it's much less important now. Okay, I'm going to sit on those options for the time being. And we're going to go back to Ezra and finish that quest. Should be good. It's now the 8th of the month. Yep, everybody's here. All right, are you ready to begin negotiations? Yes, I am. So we are going to betray somebody because it gives you a special item. So that's pretty much the option you want to pick every time, in my opinion. Who do you want to betray? Probably the villagers of my starting village. They no longer hold much value to me. Wardens obviously are always good and always dangerous. Mechamists, the same. They rule the 6-day stilt. They still have things to teach me, like proselytize. And birds, well, birds are throughout the game. They're moderately relevant, whereas these guys are irrelevant, so we'll betray them. I could get in good with the birds. These guys love me. So let's go with birds. Now, loved by birds. Betrayer, may you choke on your own spittle. We won't forget this. Cool, let's see what we got. Dominant brand of Crescent Sanctuary Sava. A dagger, it looks like, with 9 penetration. It's a long blade, and it has nulling. When powered, this weapon astrally burdens the target it hits. Okay. Not relevant. That's unfortunate. That's pretty much useless to me, I think. I don't know where I would use that. Astrally burdening things in this game is not particularly useful on a single target basis. Like the Twinning Lampreys, you want to astrally burden them. The Pudus Templar, the hard ones, are already under that effect. So I guess it's vendor trash, unfortunately. Now, if we go turn that quest in, we're going to trigger the next quest. So we need to be very ready to fight. Are we ready to fight? I think at the very least I want more armor because... Oh, yeah, I was looking at my armor. I'm down to AV 10. I was at 13 at the start of this video. And what happened is I got extra legs and an extra head, which means that the AV coming off these items, my boots and my hat, are halved. So realistically, I would want more Crysteel items so that I go back to 13. Because if I get anything less, it's just going to average the 2 items. So I guess we'll go to 6-day stilt, I think. And try to buy something. Might try to buy something to replace the wings as well. Maybe do some tinkering. And then we'll head to the next quest at Gritgate. Do you have anything of interest? Not replacing my chest armor, that's for sure. So, no, long story short. Off we go. We'll hit the ruins on the way. Hopefully find some books. Capacitor is okay. These A bits are good for recharging batteries. Which if we don't find some way to get more permanent charge options or recharging, then we're going to have to recharge them manually. Which is much less fun. I can tell you that much. All right, got these guys. Got to remember I've got my geomagnetic disc as well. So we'll go ahead and use that. I love that it hits enemies that I can't see. Pretty cool item. All right, yep, that guy's a grenadier. So I got to be careful there. Try to kill him off screen optimally. Carbide axes are worth some money. What else we got here? Wet steel plate, which I wasn't planning to pick up, but I guess I did. This guy had a battle axe. We'll take that. Why is there so much acid? Somebody must have thrown a grenade or something? Unclear. Okay, single becoming nook. What'd we get? Dopamine synth and a skill soft. So a little bit of money, not a ton. Just vaguely making our way back to 6-day still. Gotta fill up the armor slots. Hey, there's some books. So we've got turrets through this wall. My heightened hearing is telling me that, annoyingly. People have said, I've read that heightened hearing is kind of annoying to have because it stops your auto-explore like that unnecessarily. And I've never used it myself, but no doubt it does and is annoying. Obviously useful at the same time, right? Like, knowing there are enemies around the corner is good, no doubt. There's some books. I can't even loot the bookshelf because there are guns on the other side of this wall, nor the trash. And I can't even get to them easily. Well, whatever. We'll just grab these. And I think we'll just bail. This is fine. Seems like a waste of time to keep digging through that stuff. Layer of the legendary horned chameleon. Highly armored tortoise shells. I think we won't fight that. Obviously we can kill that, no problem, but it's just not worth the time. I don't think I picked up any more secrets. No, I didn't. All right, so we need a head armor, face armor, and back and boots, basically. Back, boots, head, face. So let's see what we can get. I keep saying it, but always check the Ichor Merchant. Neutron Flux. If we wanted to go Golem Quest later on, we could pick this up. But I think if I do that in this game, there's a historic site. I'm probably going to get the, well, go to the tree to get that part of the quest in order to power the Golem instead. Because Neutron Flux is too easy and kind of boring. It's like a fetch quest. But if you do the other quest, the Tree of Life quest, it's much more fun. And I haven't done that on stream or on video yet. So I think if I do stick around for Golem Quest in this game, that's how we'll do it. It also guarantees you a Zetachrome weapon, which you need. Okay, so nothing high level. We could pick up a Nullworm Skull, which increases our average armor on our two heads and gives us an ego. Oh, it's also visored. So we'll pick it up. It's only 30 something, so could be worse. Hopefully the Haberdasher over here has something better, I guess. I think the armor only has body armor, right? Yeah, it's engraved though. Schematics drafter, we'll always check him. A jacked mod. I say jackpot. There's spiral borer as well. I don't need it anymore. And plasma grenade isn't bad, actually. Because you could go plasma grenade plus, like, if we found any electrical damage or fire damage. Yeah, we're definitely grabbing jacked, though. This is huge. This gives us a way to power our guns. Of course, what we don't have is the mutation to generate electricity. We had it at one point, and we've rolled it away since. I'm just realizing, but we're going to grab this because this is rare. Take my skill soft. There you go. Oh, I should have had this Nullworm Skull on for the ego. Whoops. Here's a hatter. Maybe we can find something a little better. These guys are only tier 1 vendors, so you're not likely to find crystal items from them, of course. Reshef, already had that secret, unfortunately. None of these are very good back items. Trying to replace the wings, which I've had since the beginning of the game. No dice. Got one more haberdasher to check. Nylon backpack and rifle turret disguise. Oh, 500 reputation with robots? That's huge. And it makes me look like a rifle turret, which is hilarious. For only 150 drams, how do we not buy this? I mean, it wasn't what I had in mind. It doesn't give me any armor, but this is hilarious and actually useful. Okay. This game's funny. It does funny things sometimes. Let's see what we look like as a rifle turret, shall we? Hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay, now it's a rifle turret game. We're a rifle turret. Let's see. I picked that up. I already did that one. What I was looking at was my reputation with robots. Let's see. Yeah, plus 25. So we're not friendly with them, but they don't hate us. So we could make friends by doing oil ritual with them, which I have some oil. So this is doable. This is good. Very fun. Can we mod this? I can make it woolly, which is kind of irrelevant. Make it willowy, which it's 10 pounds, kind of irrelevant. What about making this willowy? Takes a 7-bit. Don't have that. Let's see, that's 15 pounds, so I could mod that. Those are going to take 6 or 7 bits too, so no dice there. Well, I guess the only other vendors I haven't checked are at Great Gate, so we'll go there. Still sitting at 10 AV, so I don't want to trigger this quest quite yet. I think I could handle it. Like, it's not that bad with 2 hand cannons. I think we'd be fine. Ulnar stimulators are nice. They give you agility and maybe strength as well. I'm not sure. We're generally looking for 7 bits for tinkering. There's anti-grav boots. Gives me my flying back. I lose more armor this way, though. Quite a bit more armor, actually. And it's 1500, so I really got to want it. I don't know. I don't think so. It's one of those things. Oh, what am I talking about? I have 2 feet. Yeah, so I don't actually lose armor. I actually gain a tiny bit of armor here. So let's grab those. Perfect flight. I just lost my ability to fly by taking the wings off, so I could sell these. They're worth money. If we can get that, it'd be great. I think I'll get rid of the gas tumbler, probably. It's worth a lot of money. At this point, I'm leaning towards a jacked handgun build rather than like flamethrower, considering I haven't found one yet. Ooh, this is worth a bunch, right? Kinda. I've got cybernetics wedges. I've got Eigen pistols. 1. So we'll keep gas tumbler for now. We'll get anti-gravity boots. And we'll put them on my second set of feet. Solar cell ought to do it, right? They'll just recharge every time I go to the surface. So I'm still not going up any more AV, unfortunately. I see people are joining now. Just to catch everybody up, we have finished the Spindle quest. So I'm just debating starting the Great Gate Invasion quest. I am currently a rifle turret, if you've noticed, because I just picked up this cool little backpack here that gives 500 reputation with robots, which is huge, but also disguises me as a rifle turret because it's fun. Why not? I have multiple legs and multiple heads, which is why I'm worried about my AV. We were up at like 14 at one point. Now we're down to 10. So, ouch. Last time we drank the worm static, when we completed a quest, it re-rolled mutations. And you can see I've got a ton of mutations, quite a bit of psychic glimmer. Nothing I'm super stoked about. Like, I like the multiple legs and so on. Force bubble is good, two-headed, cool. Mental mirror, you know. We've got some cool stuff, but nothing I'm like, yes, this is my build now, right? I could use Space-Time Vortex to get rid of the unique Putis Templar in this next quest. That's what I did in the Pacifist game. That was kind of fun. But I don't know. If we have enough charge on these guns, I think we're good to go, really. Problem is I don't, right? Long story short, I don't have very much charge. So I've been picking up blood, but not fast enough. I could just make a quick... I could probably come out here quickly. Yeah, is there blood laying around? This isn't blood. Is this blood? It is. I think probably like 8 drams of blood would be enough for one of these guns. And I think I could actually tinker up another biodynamic cell, right? Yeah, I just need a 5-bit, which I had, and then I sold the Eigen pistol, so now I don't have it anymore. Womp womp. I do have one in the gas tumbler, possibly. Okay, so maybe I'll look around for blood. There's some down here too. So these guys are friendly to me. Neutral, anyway. Because I'm good with robots. So that's cool. I like it. Is this blood? It is. Is this blood? I don't think salty blood counts. We're up to 7 drams. Hello, Masterwork Flamethrower. Did my game plan just change? When you find your favorite weapon in the game, and it's Masterwork, it's hard not to put it on. Let's see here. I would have to take my backpack off, which means I'm no longer a rifle turret. Womp womp. But otherwise, it's okay. Can't wear gas tumbler with it. I would have to find the levitating magnet mod to put on the flamethrower, and then I could wear gas tumbler, and then we're just off to the races at that point. Okay, so we're no longer a rifle turret, and these robots probably hate me now. Yeah, so I'm sad about that, but we've got a flamethrower, and we're going to use it to beat this quest real quick, and then we'll go from there. I think that's the way, right? It's just stronger. Go ahead and just about one-shot all these guys. Is that blood? Yeah, salty blood. Okay, well, problem solved. Now I've only got like 30 drams of oil. So the problem existed before. The reason I don't have more oil is because the Asphalt Mines has a legendary Whirling Dervish. Or what are they called? Psychic Dervish? You know the one. And he's scary. But I think now with a flamethrower, I feel pretty comfortable fighting him. So we might go fight him and then get some oil, and then we'll come back and do this quest. I think that's the game plan. All right, we are at Grit Gate, so here we go. We also have 2 different methods of using Force Bubble. So I think we're going to be okay. Next floor down is where he is. And he's got a mechamist type friend who can force bubble us against our will. But we can always recoiler out of that, so that isn't too scary anymore. We'll go ahead and cook from our recipe. Chance to heal when we take damage. We'll make sure there are ample batteries everywhere, namely in this. That's a biodynamic cell. So let's see, fill from, no, replace cell? Where's my biodynamic cell that I was filling? Here it is. Whoops, misclick, sorry. There we go. That should last this full fight. Now, I triggered him before and he shot some kind of ranged weapon at me. Not sure what it was, so he could be waiting for me right down here. He's not, luckily. So here he is, still listed as very tough. Legendary Dervish of the Sightless Way. Hated by frogs for eating all our fruit. Okay, he has a psionic two-handed folded carbine longsword. But I think if I light him on fire, we're going to be just fine. So I guess we just charge right in there, huh? Reload that. I could throw my weapon at him to pull his attention, pull him this direction. And let me just check on my force bubble. I have 19 round duration with 80 cooldown. Okay, so we pop that first, and then we go to our active force bracelet, which can definitely be on long enough to get this back online. So I think theoretically we could have like 100% uptime on that. So we'll go ahead and throw. He shoots me for 12 damage with a laser beam of some kind. Now I think laser beams of all kinds can pass through force bubbles. I also think I can't throw my disc through the force bubble, so I got to run over here. Grab some oil on the way. How we doing? He's wounded and on fire. And dead just that quick. 2,800 experience from that. So I worked that up to be a big scary fight. And it could have been if I didn't have flamethrower, but that's why we're using flamethrower. Thing is broken, man. Did he vaporize? Took damage. So he might have just died from damage. Sick. It's just so good. Just so good. Ooh, gotta be careful with this guy, actually. He's throwing grenades at us. 28 damage from the priest's explosion. What? Whoops, I lit the mushroom on fire. That's unfortunate. Could have healed off that. Shield is gone. But so are the enemies. Cool. Easy peasy. Did you have any cool weapons? What do you have? Sphinx Salt Injector. Chem cells. And none of this is useful. This will be worth some money. Okay. Interesting. I was scared of that guy, like, from the moment I saw him early game. But you find the right weapon and you just vaporize him. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program of finding oil for my flamethrower. And then we'll go do Gritgate quest. Which probably will be pretty easy with flamethrower at this point, I expect. There's 50 oil and 53 oil, so that should be plenty. That takes us to like 200 almost. Wait, I thought I had more than that. What do we have in here? We've got 32 there. And 120 there. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Okay, back to Gritgate we go. Y'all ready for this quest? Hopefully we get no whammies. Things I should think about real quick are EMP damage. EMP can shut off my force bracelet and it can shut off my flamethrower. So we have the mod for EMP shielding, but it takes 2 5-bits, and I do not have 2 5-bits. I do have 1 5-bit, which means I could at least do the shield. So I think that's worth doing. Let's see, assemble that. Disassemble, oh, here's a 5-bit on the biodynamic cell, which I need much less now. So let's go ahead and pour the blood into something else, this glass bottle, sure. And then we will disassemble that for a 5-bit. And then we'll disassemble a gas tumbler for a 5 and a 6-bit. Now we do actually have enough to mod flamethrower. I think the force bracelet makes more sense here. Staying alive always has to be the first, most important thing. Okay, and then if we can find one more 5-bit by chance on one of these vendors, that'd be great. There's one. No, it's not. That's data disk. So Mafio might have it, and Spartificule might have one. Let's see. There's one. Sturdy Eigen Pistol. Yeah, the thing I sold. Now he wants twice as much as I sold it to him for. Not doing that. What do you have? Oh. Airfoil, 2 bits, no dice. I'm going to buy these 4 bits though, to help me recharge batteries if I need to. Get rid of both these things. Actually, let's not. We have a lot of water on us, so I don't need to keep collecting that. Okay, here we go. Invasion at Gritgate. So I think we're ready. We're level 23. Feeling good, except for the AV10. Wish that was a bit higher, but we've got enough force shield and force wall and everything else. It should be fine. We've also got the best crowd control weapon in the game with the flamethrower. So here we go. Come back, quick. Oh no, what's happening, Otho? Okay, we go check the computer. Beep, boop, bop. Scanning, scanning. All right, so this ain't great. This is not where you want them to invade. I'd like them to invade here, please, but this is okay. They almost always invade here for me, just by chance. They're going to land right here on this turret. And Otho's right here, of course. Now, Otho cannot permanently die anymore. They not modded, but they patched that. So if he does die, he just respawns down here. So I don't have to be terribly worried about that. Used to, you had to keep him alive. Q-Girl as well. So they're the two that are going to engage down here. And it's the bigger invasion circle. So I've just got to be wary that somebody's going to spawn up here. But I think that means the legendary guy comes down here. So what do we got? There's going to be EMPs going off down there. And so I'm not sure it makes any sense to turn this turret on. Maybe this turret. We will activate Rhodanus. And then we will overclock the chromelings once. Now I've got 73. It takes 50, so we can overclock again. Whoops. Okay, there we're all set. So I could turn a turret on over here just to keep them occupied while I fight these guys. I think that's probably the way, because we got robots, we got Rhodanus here. I'll be over here. So I think we'll go over here and turn on turret. Of course, that's going to be EMP'd, isn't it? Womp womp. I could turn on the turret here. in case they come into this hall. I don't know. I guess that's the way. I don't like turning on turrets right under where they land. So if they start coming down that hall, which they eventually do if they kill everybody, they'll get distracted there at least. So to slow them down from taking out the vendors that I actually want to keep alive. And we will fight on this position here. A little bit further back. Don't want to get EMP'd. Because remember, our shield is EMP resistant, but our guns are not. So we'll just pass some turns. Here goes nothing. All right, there they are. Now we've got this blue one here, the Squire, who has the phylactery. So we want to kill him first because it spawns a legendary ghost type dude that we can't damage. So he's our first target. I think I'm going to pop Force Bubble right away. And then we'll just square up and kill this guy. Easy game. Now, you're not shooting me, are you? No, you're just shooting into me. Because she's blind, apparently. Friendly fire going on here. Now, somewhere the legendary should be. Probably in here, I'm guessing. Stop shooting me, Q-Girl. Not cool. No. Okay, that means that he's up. The legendary's over here. So you're going to be fine, right? Injured, Darty, but I think everybody's dead already. Ooh, that was Rochef's secret. Nice. That's going to be worth like 18,000 experience or something. Where'd that guy go? There he is. Got him. Okay, now we're running this way. Just kidding. It won't let me auto run. Hey, bud, you want to put your fire out? What's going on? Okay, here they come. Streaming down the tunnel. They've killed my turrets here, so it did distract them. That plan worked. Force Bubble has 39 turns until it's on, so I've got my bracelet ready to go. Who's this? Is Seppa? I don't care if you die, really. Or Tenza, I don't care. I want to keep you alive, and I want to keep you two alive. So, if I can block them off, that would be good. I'm going to sprint to get myself up here in position so I can wall them off with my force bracelet, if need be. He's dead. Where's everybody else? Okay, they're still standing up here. There's one in here. I can hear him with my heightened senses. Yep, there he is. Okay. Knight Commander. Yeah, he's not one of the ghost guys, the phylactery guys. He's currently terrified. That's interesting. I don't know if there's another phylactery mage here. I don't think so. Just these guys. Unfortunately, this stupid robot's in the way, and if I attack him... Does everybody here hate me if I attack him? I don't know. Well, I'm going to play like they do. So I'll step down, I'll kill these guys. Oh, definitely they don't want me shooting this, the chromeling. So that's awkward. Maybe what I'll do is I'll spawn my vortex in here. Can I put it right in here? No. Okay, he's at the back wall. Let's see. Let's see if I can just send him away. Boop. Well, I got that guy. I'll shoot this guy while I'm at it. Ouch. Somebody hit me for a bunch. Let's put on our shield. We're going to step down just in case the vortex comes this direction. Do I have any mushrooms to eat? I do. Let's go ahead and eat one of those. just to keep me topped off on health. Okay, he's still alive. We can light him on fire, though. Unfortunately, these guys are coming in from the top, and they're the ones I want to keep alive, so that's bad. What can I do? I have stuff like teleport, right? Or not? No, I no longer have teleport. I have juke. Confusion as well. That could be fun. But I don't have any way to get my allies out of the way. Sprint is offline. I have jump. Can I jump to like here-ish? How far can I jump? I don't actually know. 2 spaces away. So I'm going to jump up here. If I push him out the door, is that a good idea or not? Not really. I kind of want to jump like here-ish and push him into the room. Can I do that? No. Okay, step up. Now jump. Here? No, I can't jump there either. Come on, game. Okay, I'm just taking the gamble that he's on fire, and so I've got him locked down enough. He's not going to attack me if I step in range. So now I'll jump here, which pushes him back. Unfortunately, my vortex disappeared, but I've protected my allies. I think. Looks like there's enemies up here, though. And here. Now let's focus this guy. Light this guy on fire while I'm at it. Take a timeout to check my force bracelet. Looking good. Still at 7 drams, so we're golden. Normality gas. Uh-oh. They're shutting down my force bracelet. We can step in, which blocks that off. Cool. Vapor must have vaporized him, right? Surely. He wouldn't have died that quickly from damage. Sweet. So now we just gotta kill these guys without hurting our allies. That's a Seppa. I don't care about her. I want to know where Spartificule is. I think he's up here, unfortunately. Step over. You're not shooting me on purpose. No. Okay. Let's turn off bracelet. Turn it back on. Okay, here's our friend, Jacobo. So you need to stay out of the way. Everybody needs to get out of the way. I'm going to push you into this room. Unfortunately, there's one right here. But how much damage do you have on you? You're fine. Kill these guys first. Whoa, that was a bunch of damage. Uh-oh. Oh no! I shot Hortensia. You fool. Okay, well, she's going to be attacking me while I attack this Putus Templar over here. Just keep pushing this guy into the room. Oh, why didn't he get pushed back? Astrally tethered. Does that mean I can't push him with my force bracelet? Maybe. Okay, got that one. Deactivate. Respawn. There's some normality gas there, so that's what's despawning this. Guess I'm just going to charge in. Okay, mission successful. Not so bad. Now, as long as Hortensia isn't still trying to kill me, that would be great. Is anybody trying to kill me? I'm just going to pass some turns. No, I think we're all good. Nice. We'll come back here up here later and finish that. Let's turn in the quest, see how we did. Live and drink. The assessment. Oh, boo. Maffeo and Sparafusile died. And Hortensia, that's why she didn't come to get me. That didn't go as smoothly as I thought it did. Went fine for me, but the bears have died. Still got Jacobo, though, as a vendor, so that's okay. Could have went better, but that's the thing. You got to be really careful with flamethrower in these tight quarters. You hit your allies, and I was trying to be careful instead of rushing in and getting damage out there, so I just couldn't save enough of them. Alas, there's a level up to 24. All right, before we go any further, that triggers the challenge on this character. If you aren't aware, if you've just joined recently, every time I do a main storyline quest or I get to a level divisible by 5, I'm drinking warm static, which has a 50% chance to re-roll either my mutations or my skills. Let's see what we get. My mind fluctuates, so that's skills. So I lose all these skills, I gain all these skills over here. It's a bunch. So we're just going to pass that. It's going to tell us a bunch of stuff. Looks like a bunch of melee related things, and then you get some number of skill points at the end of that. I was really wanting to reroll my mutations again, but I guess these are fine. So if you look, it re-rolled, and we're starting to get most of the skills, actually, which is pretty cool. Like when I started this challenge, I thought it was actually going to be a detriment, which it was in the beginning. Look, we even got this, which I think you have to learn from like non-entropic beings or something. I'm not sure. So I don't even know how I got that. But yeah, it has turned out to be a boon for the late game. No doubt about it. We got Tinker 3 out of that. Still kickback, that's important. Shielding. We could pick up Iron Mind. I don't know. Better buy a Kimbo. Weak Spotter, just in case we need these things. Better check my heavy weapon. So we lost Sweep, which I don't think I care about. I really just want these two. We'll buy Snake Oiler again. Under Physic, we have the basic ones. Healing tonics last an extra round, sure. We'll go ahead and swim. Why not? Calloused, so we got one more AV out of that. I'd like Juicer, actually, but I don't have the toughness for it. We have all the multi-weapon fighting skills now. And I'm sitting on 720 points. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. Fastest gun in the Rust, so all the pistol skills. We'll go with Iron Mind. And Lionheart, sure. Get some more blocking skills, because we do have a good shield. Sweet, all the shield skills. Death throwing, why not, right? We've got the throwing weapon we're using. Basically all the tinkering ones. We do want this. That was an oversight. Should have got disassemble. Also, flower fields, hills and mountains, so I messed up there as well. So I could get lost in these areas. Whoops. Got a little overzealous putting my points back in. But okay, we'll go get the next quest, and then we'll see what kind of loot we got. Wake up, old man. Who's Pax Clank? Go talk to Q Girl. Let's see, do we want to make friends with you? Hated by Putus Templar, admired by a couple random villages? Good enough. Okay, I will share my secrets with you, and then you share your secrets with me. Location of ruins, not what I want. I was hoping for some unique items. So we'll learn to craft jackhammers, flaming mod. Sure. Now let's see what kind of loot we can pick up. Oh, so I just looted one of the bear's inventories because I'm getting items I sold to them a long time ago. And I'm too heavy now to move. Lacquered missile launcher. Oh, I don't have disassemble anymore. What an oversight. There's another flamethrower. I just gotta start throwing stuff on the ground, I guess. Well, this is useless. This isn't even worth money. Whatever on this too. We're at 423, so we're still overburdened. All these stun rods. Really what I want to do is get all this stuff over to Yard Freehold or something so I can sell them off. Anything good here? Odd trinket. It's a tool. It's a phylactery. Of course it is. Those are worth 6 bits, so we'll want to be able to disassemble those. Grenade launcher is heavy. We'll drop that. And then we have butchered the Putus Templar for their implants. So getting several implants out of this. Ring mail, we could throw that on the ground. Hey, metamorphic polygel. I think I picked that up off the ground, didn't I? You don't get this as a quest reward until Tomb of the Eaters, I think. Right? I think so. For the time being, I'm gonna throw my backpack on so I can carry this stuff better. And now I'm a turret again. I'd like to stay a turret the rest of this game, if I could. Just because it's funny. But never mind that it also gives me robot rep. Oh yeah, the Reshef secret as well. Now I'm probably going to get overburdened again. I did. Somehow I kept moving for a while. What else did we get? We can throw the bounding boots on the ground. More weird artifacts, okay. Dart gun. Dart gun's good for applying love injectors if we want to do that. Carbide hand bones are worth some money. All right. They're also heavy. We're going to drop them on the ground. We'll pick them up later. It's enough to get to Yard Freehold. So we'll talk to Q-Girl, get the quest, then we'll go try to sell some stuff. Definitely in the need for more loot. For armor on the face and head, at least. Look at this, 8. Oh, I thought those were the blood cells. They're just blood-stained chem cells. What else do we have? What's heavy? Guns. Look at all the money I have now. This is ridiculous. Carbine's heavy. Flamethrowers, pretty heavy. Laser rifle gets me there. So we'll buy all these gems. They're all rough. And what we're going to go do is we're going to go put them in the rock tumbler. And each of them will then be worth like 50 more drams each. Okay, get that quest. And yeah, I didn't do the water ritual with her because hated by Merchants Guild and the Mushroom Village. So womp womp. Let's teleport over to Yard. Here's the rock tumbler I was talking about. If you examine it and then open it, oh hey, I left gemstones in here. And then you go ahead and you throw in any rough gemstones. Just trade with it. See, they're currently 100, 250, 350, 200, and then you just wait. And you can see over here it's tumbling rough emeralds into smooth emeralds and so on. So you just go till it's done. And then well, we can trade with it. And we'll see what they're worth. So these gained 30, these gained, I want to say 40, and so on. So you're getting a little bit extra value. Those only gained like 20, but it's something. Like it's more than nothing, right? So you might as well do it. Overall, it's like 150 drams or so, probably. Totally worth doing. Okay, here's another flawless cryststeel helmet. I do have 2 heads, and I need a second one, so we're gonna buy that. 900. Good find. Salve injector, sure. Gold nugget, throw that in. I've got a bunch of money. Odd trinket on the arc winder, and it's worth a bunch of money. So that's probably a nuclear cell, if I was guessing. We'll see how we go. Maybe I buy that. Here's another weird artifact. Okay, let's get rid of the heavy stuff. So that's laser rifles. Stun rods are really bad. And we're there. More than there. So go ahead and throw this arc winder in. I guess. Maybe we get a cool battery. If nothing else, we've got an arc winder if I want it. Or is that wasteful? It feels a little wasteful if I'm honest. But I'm going to do it anyway. We have too much stuff. I need... What did I do? I did something wrong. Oh, I threw this in. Right. Throw more stuff in. I need more carry weight. So, sell. I'll keep this. It's worth a 5-bit. I've got a bunch of batteries. So many batteries. Take my batteries, please. Fidget cells we don't need. Are these worth anything weight-wise? 3. Get rid of that. Just kidding, don't. I'll get rid of my water instead. Cool. So we still have a bunch of weight on us. But let's find out what we got. So we got a helmet. Now we have 2 cryststeel related items here. One's flawless. Takes us up to 13 AV, so that's fantastic. And we picked up an unknown battery somewhere. Here it is. Give me something good. It is a nuclear cell. I guessed correctly. Nice. So I don't actually know how nuclear cell compares to biodynamic cell. This thing is freaking amazing. It's practically just permanently on, but the nuclear cells are really good, so I'll keep it on me. Obviously, I'll use it for something. Salve injectors? Yeah. Here, have my helmet. And my bandages. And what? Bubble level. Sure. All this stuff is worth weight. Oops, wrong button. There we go. So we've got a bunch of salve injectors now. Metamorphic polygel. I don't know. I like my boots. Like I could get more armor by like polygelling these boots. I could also polygel this unique item, which gives me 2 intelligence and 10 cold resist. Because I got the extra face slot. I don't know. Can I take that off? Yeah, okay. So we can at least put my... Chat, you didn't warn me. I just sold my flamethrower. Oh dear. I thought I had 2. I thought I picked up a second one. I did. I just sold it. Derp. There are days when I feel like I'm really good at this game, and then there are days where I'm like, have I ever played before? Do I even know what I'm doing? Let's see. 200 drams I got to make up now. Get rid of a basic toolkit. Copper nuggets, sure. Take them all. Take the bracelet. That's fine too. We have a bunch of money. Like, I'm not low on money by any means. Jeez. All right. We're good now. Still need to get rid of a bunch of weight. So let's go to Ezra. See if we can sell some more stuff there. Ezra. Cool, they restocked. Let's see. Lots of nice items here. Unknown item. It's probably nothing I want realistically. Literally, the thing I want most is the mod for magnetized so that I can make my flamethrower float. That's really what we're looking for. I think I already did water ritual here, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we'll go down to Mushroom Village, and we're going to make our way to the 6-day stilt. Still have 19 chem cells that are full. Ridiculous. There's still stuff laying on the ground back at Gridgate as well. So, like, I have so much money just laying around. This guy's useless. Can I fly? Yeah, I got grab boots. Nice. I love grab boots. Now, we do not have wayfaring for these areas anymore. Got to be careful. What I need is a level up so that I can put skills into disassemble first. And then wayfaring, I guess. Can't believe I overlooked that stuff. Let's see, I want my land ability up here at number 2. Make it easier to fly. All right, I picked up this secret. I've turned in a bunch of them so far, so we get 20,000 experience. Ridiculous. I love these secrets. Let's go turn around our books and we'll hit level 25. Probably. Nope, not quite. Almost. Schematics drafter then, I guess, is where we're going. He's up here. Now what we could do is hit him with a love injector and take him somewhere where he's more useful, where he has higher level data disks. Do I want to do that? I think I do. Just like long term, whenever he recycles his inventory, he has a chance of getting higher level stuff, which includes my magnetic modification that I'm looking for. I think I have a love injector, don't I? Here it is. I have 3. Now, I do have multi-weapon fighting, so I've got to be careful. Take off my shield. I could just shoot him with a dart gun, couldn't I? Is that the way? Nah, we're going to punch him. Hopefully this goes well. Boop. Nope. Try again. Boop. 1 hit and he falls in love. Now, we'll just go drop him off at the Yurd Freedhold. Oh, why is he taking damage? He's bleeding. So I must have something that causes bleeding when I hit in melee, I guess. This way, buddy. Well, actually, I could just drop him off like right here. I don't want him to get, yeah, pulled over there. So that's super annoying. Can he come this way or is he stuck? Got him. Okay, so we'll put him here so he doesn't get constantly pulled that direction. And then we'll say, look, talk, say direct to stay here. And then I'm just going to pass some turns to make sure I can drop him off. I got to wait like 3,000 turns, I believe. Yeah. So it's really annoying when you get these frogs, which are friendlies in this village, because they even use their tongue lash ability on friends. Even friendly frogs, look at that. Just over and over, bringing him in. And he'll do that to me. If I run across this way, he pulls me in. And last time he pulled me in, I don't know if you were here and saw it, but he pulled me into this clamshell, which teleported me randomly. And I ended up like 3 strata deep, I think, in the Palladium Reef. It's like, what the hell? No thank you, frog. Anyway, I'm going to take a 3-second break. This is a great time for a bathroom break. I hope you'll wait for me. I'll be right back. We're just waiting turns to help pass the time on the love sickness here, and I will be right back. All right, thanks for your patience. Looks like I ran out of food. So I don't have cook on a quick number. Let's cook with fine wafer sheaf. I know I'm inspired, so I'm going to save this recipe. Thirst at half rate. That's okay though. All right, so I'm going to wait a bit more until the love wears off. And here's what we're going to do next. I know I don't have the wayfaring, like the higher level wayfaring skills for this area of the map, but we do have anti-grav boots, which reduces your chances of getting lost. We have basic wayfaring, and I have a precinct navigator as well, I think. I don't think I sold that. I might have. Oh, somebody just reached through the aggregate mine and exhausted my powers. Awkward. Anyway, we're going to fly across the map now into the Rainbow Woods, hopefully not getting lost, and go find Pax Clank for the next mission. Cool, this guy fell out of love with me, so we're back to normal. He still doesn't have anything interesting, of course, because he has the same inventory. But that's what we're going to do, and what's going to happen then is that we are going to level up to 25 and complete a major storyline quest. So we're going to have 2 drams of warm static to drink at that point. Now, just checking, do I have anything relevant here? No, just Mine's Compass. So jungles, rivers, and lakes, it's all the same effectively. Do I have anything else? I don't have the precinct navigator anymore, do I? No, I don't see it. Drop this. How's my weight? We have enough. It's okay. We're not looking to pick anything up, really. You're going to pick up 1 book, is there a cell? Maybe a power cell there? And a credits wedge. And then the eater's flesh. So I should be fine on weight. Cutting it close, though. No doubt. Got flamethrower on. Here we go. Now, I usually come from the south. You want to go in the middle areas, right here or right here. So I think we'll go around this way. Just trying not to get lost. We're not going to waste time on ruins right now either. Okay, just double checking. Going right in the middle and getting lost under the canopy. So now if we just go straight down, hopefully we find what we're looking for. Now, perfect flight in this area is really, really strong because a lot of these sludges that are going to get spawned can't do much to us when we're flying. We're going to hope that's true. And we're going to try to not get covered in spores. Sweet, I found it already. So we leveled up to 25. Our genome reaches a excited state. I think we're going to advance multiple legs, probably. Double muscled is already good. I could go two-headed, I guess, but I think just the move speed and carry weight is obviously the best thing to do here. So we'll do that. Now, this is the quest area. It would be highest possible RNG to start drinking warm static right here in the middle of a potentially dangerous area, right? Looks like there's lava here, so we could be getting lava sludges. What better time than to drink warm static? That's what I always say. So here we go. Your mind fluctuates in and out of coherence. So we once again got skills. Ton of stuff. Ton of skills get rerolled. We get more skill points. At the very least, we can get our wayfaring back online. So we lost Tinker 3. We want Disassemble real bad. Scavenger as well. Now, let's see what we got before we get into battle. All those abilities. We have axe abilities, rifle abilities, all the cooking and gathering, cudgels, all the customs and folklore, all the single weapon fighting, a little less multi-weapon fighting. This is good. Actually, this is really good. We got Calloused, Juicer. Fantastic. Lost Tank, so we want Tank. And then we've got a bunch of long blades, most of the pistols. I want Snake Oiler. I did this last time. I got to be careful not to use all my points. Jungle's Wayfaring, Marsh's Wayfaring. So we have a complete Wayfaring skill set. And pretty good shield. We could get more shield here. And we've got kickback under tactics. That's good. We've got all these. So let's go ahead. Make sure we're not getting attacked. Looks like we're fine. We're safe. And we'll get def blocking and swift blocking next. Cool. So we got a bunch of skills. That's fine. We're going to re-roll again as soon as we complete this quest. Let's go do it. So there's Eater's Flesh. I could eat it, but we're not going to. We're going to come down here and grab this, Cybernetics Wedge, Eater's Flesh, and so on. We'll pick these up, just in case one isn't enough to do it. We'll eat the Eater's Flesh, and we'll go find Pax Clank. So don't immediately see where to go. There it is, this direction. Follow the yellow brick road. So we've got a bunch of sludges over here. Mono sludges with watery pseudopods. So shooting us with water. This isn't particularly scary, I think. Right? Surely not. We're flying still. They're charging straight at me. They don't care. They don't care that I'm flying. Let's turn on the bracelet. They're making me nervous. The way you guys are looking at me makes me nervous. Cool, good enough. Just keep flying, just keep flying, just keep flying. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Da, na, 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 na. I ought to turn on the Wizard of Oz song in the background for this moment. Just this moment. All right, we've got a pick here still, so I'll just pick in. Looks like nobody's found me again. Cannot reach. Right, I'm flying. Boop. Hello, Pax Clank. How do you do, good sir? I'm here to collect a debt. Go ahead and puff on me. So he's going to infect a limb with the Pax Clank infection. I have an extra face. I believe it is the left face, but it doesn't matter because I can always switch my armor. So put it on my face, sir. Sentences I never thought I'd say. There you go. You're welcome, YouTube. So we still got this armor on. Pax Clank here. Let's just check. What are the quests? So, Congealed Salk. We could make that. Mysterious Strangers, Gaslight Flysa, Painted Staff, Deep in the Earth, Acid Grenade Mark III. So, not too difficult, but it's not stuff that I have immediate access to, I don't think. We'll treat that as a separate storyline quest. So when we complete that, we'll drink Worm Static again. Hated by worms, hated by the Tree of Life, disliked, and a random village. So I foresee wanting to be friends with the Tree of Life later on in this game. So we're not going to make friends with Pax Clank. That's all right. We'll port back to Great Gate. Boop. Not you. I want to talk to these guys down here. Old man's always sleeping. I've convinced him to construct the climber. I get the quantum moat, so that's a nice upgrade. I will enter the Tomb of the Eaters, but of course, not before we get rid of the Pax Clank on my face. Now, take a step back. What does this do? It gives me reputation, actually. It also gives me intelligence, and it's on a spare face, so I could just keep it on. It gives me 1 armor across 2 faces, which is meaningless, I think. I don't know. Do I just keep this on? Maybe. Consortium of Phyta is the only downside. They're negative 85. They're not going to attack me on sight. So this is fine. I might just keep this on. For the intelligence. For the rep. Why not? Good enough. Okay. Let's drink Warm Static, because that's the quest. I've also got this to look at, so we'll quickly look at this and see if it's anything good. Not really. Alrighty. Still under the influence of the shimmering mushroom. So we could also wait to get rid of that. But in the meantime, we have level 25, we drank the Warm Static. We've now completed another quest, so we're going to drink the Warm Static for the 4th time, I think, in this live stream. Just a reminder, 50% chance for mutations, 50% for skills. I'd like to get mutations. I've re-rolled skills a lot, so hopefully it's mutations. It is. Your genome fluctuates. Genes start turning on and off at random. What do we get? We lose the stuff over here. We gain the stuff over here. We've got Temporal Fugue, Flaming Ray, Quills, Womp Womp. This is bad because I had a really good piece of armor there. Psychometry, 2-headed. I'm glad we kept that. Multiple arms, but we lost multiple legs. Spinnerets, Precognition. Electrical generation, so we could do the jacked mod now. Burgeoning. And 11 mutation points. So, Psychic Glimmer at 33. Burrowing Claws at level 5. Lucky me. Oh boy. psychometry at level 7, and burgeoning at level 6. So I've got a bunch of stuff I don't use and don't want leveled up. Force bubble still at level 3. It's nice I didn't lose that. Two-headed. Electrical generation at level 5. And multiple arms. So this is good because I can put more shields on. I can put on more bracelets. I have some cool bracelets, I think. Or I had at one point. And we've got 14 mutation points now. So I lean towards trying to roll multiple legs again. Or at least something. Because again, I don't have anything that I like for damage. We've got good defensive stuff. But I'd like, I don't know, corrosive gas would be good. Multiple legs. Yeah, anyway, let's roll. Photosynthetic skin is good. Let's see, our quickness. Oh, we're debuffed, so we don't actually have only 40 quickness. Once this debuff wears off, we'll have like 115 or so, I think. So we could get more quickness here, 15 extra. I guess that's what we do. I don't want Vortex. Ego projection is kind of not what we're doing right now. It's a fine mutation if you're built for it, but I am definitely not. So let's go photosynthetic skin. We get the ability Bask. Now every time I level that up, it gives me a bit more quickness. So we could just level that up. Sorry if you're getting a bit of lag. It's telling me that I'm having a bit of buffering lag, so I apologize if that's happening. Let me know if you're having any trouble. Anyway, I've got 10 mutation points left, so I think we're going to roll again. Hopefully we get something better. Pulse, Domination, Time Dilation. Not a fan. I could go Time Dilation. It stacks really well with quickness. I mean, there's basically no chance to die. If I have Time Dilation, High Quickness, and Precognition, when are you ever dying? So this is like a perfect defensive setup. Okay, talked myself into it. Now we got 6 left, so I could just level up photosynthetic skin. Or do I keep rolling? Do I keep getting more mutations? I have so many. Let's do it. Seems fun, right? More fun to roll more mutations? I think it always is. Ego projection again, Siphon Vim, or Horns. Horns is cannot wear helmets. I don't like that because I have 2 very good helmets on my 2 heads. So that's out. Siphon Vim doesn't seem like I ever really want to be in melee to use this. So I guess we're taking Ego projection. I do have 2 ego, so I can buff my physical abilities by 1. I don't know. I mean, I could buff agility to be more accurate. I could buff intelligence for something. If I need more carry weight, I could buff strength. Seems okay. So with the other 2 points then, I'm going to go into photosynthetic skin. Because each time it gives me 2 more quickness and more healing rate. And apparently DV can go up as well. So do that. The effect lasts for 1 day. Eventually it gets longer than 1 day. So we're up to 19 quickness and 1 DV. Cool. So that's how we'll be eating now, is basking in sunlight. At the moment, I'm just going to wait until this debuff wears off, because it's reducing my quickness to 40, which is just terrible. That's like enemies get 2 turns to my 1. It's worse than that, actually. So it should wear off anytime now. There it goes. Okay, I'm carrying too much to move suddenly. Why? Oh, because I lost multiple legs or something? I don't know. But we also have quills here. So I lost 1 AV and the ability to wear this amazing armor piece the thermal cask, which is worth 50 cold and heat resist. So that's huge losing that. Also, come to think of it, since I'm a flamethrower build now, if I put a battery in this, it would increase the intensity of my heating effects and damage. So this is a massive loss here. I hate this. At the very least, I can put quantum mode in, and if I get the magnetic mod, I could make my body armor float, right? At least for the duration of Tomb of the Eaters, at which point you get another floating nearby slot. And then I could put a floating flamethrower in that, right? So there are options. Like, it's not all bad. Now, I don't really have much to put in my hands. We'll put the hammer in. We've got a pick, but otherwise, I've got a spare hand. I've got a spare arm, 2 spare arms, 2 spare hands, actually, and nothing to put in them. So I've got to fix that. I do have a bit of multi-weapon fighting, so I could do that. Make use of it, I mean. Oh, I lost my double legs too, so I lost my ability to fly. Yeah, we took a big hit there. All right, I can at least put on my backpack, which allows me to get around so I can sell stuff. So that's where we're at now. We're trying to sell stuff. We're trying to lose weight. We're too heavy. I already got that. I could get Spacer Pistol. If I ever get Tinker 3 again, it's possible. Otherwise, nothing there. I guess we'll go over to Yurd Freehold. I'm going to keep the Pax Clank on my face because I have 2 faces. And it gives me intelligence. So I'm just on to Tomb of the Eaters quest next. So let's get to a stable state, get things in my hands, and sell a bunch of stuff. And then we'll start thinking about quests again. Over to the Freehold. Schematics Drafter did restock. Give me something good. Beam Splitter. Yeah, a lot of nothing. Maybe this guy has something good. There's a Gaslight Flysa. So if I wanted to get this, I could craft it and get rid of the clank on my face. I've also got 7 bits and 8 bits. So we're definitely buying some 7 bits. There's 4 of them. Even. Ooh, reprogrammable recoiler. Give me that too. Can I buy all these? Probably. Let's see. I'm going to keep at least 1 handrail. No, I'm not. I can always craft these later. Let's sell them. I can actually craft these to make money. If I need to. We're going to not sell my flamethrower again. Did that last time. Not fun. Glow sphere. Eater's flesh. Sure. Let's get rid of a bunch of these. Oh, I'm overselling. So we'll grab the Flysa. And we'll grab the 6 bits. Got a bit more I could sell. I want to keep these. The idea is I'll get these back on at some point. So I guess I sell... Yeah, dart gun, I don't need that. The Eigen pistol. Yeah. Give me an 8-bit as well. Can I afford that? Yeah, I've lost no weight, but it's all right. Maybe Tilly will have something of value. Whoops. What happened there? That was weird. For Chef, I already know the secret. Shoot. Let's see. Nothing really of interest here. So I'll pick up the gold nugget. And I'll just pay water for it. No, I need a little bit more water than that. Poison grenade, normality grenades, acid grenades. That'll be enough. Spray bottles, desalination pallets, sure. Just take all this junk. And now let's go ahead and disassemble a few things. I can disassemble, well, we'll learn this, learn that. Go ahead and make that. We've got a nuclear cell to be used with it too, which is great because they require tons of charge. We'll disassemble this for a 6-bit. Maybe keep one. And then we've got a ton of bits down here to disassemble. So we'll just do all of that real quick, which will save me some weight. And I auto disassembled the 6 and 7 bits. So let's see what we can make. Not quite enough psychometry for this, unfortunately. I bet if I go eat the Ezra recipe, I might be able to learn this. And then I could start making spheres of negative weight. That might be fun. So let's go to Ezra. We'll check with the vendors first. Whoa, 2 metamorphic polygels. How do I say no to that? You rarely find one. Getting a 2-stack is huge. I've already got one. I don't know what I'm doing with it right now, but surely something, right? Take all this stuff. This is worth some money. Take my chem cells. Solar cells, sure. Phase shift, don't need that. Where are we at? Halfway-ish. Here's my other handrail. Need 200 more. Rubber gum. And silver nugget? Or are these, any of these things really? 2 of those. Cool. Dude, I got a 3-stack of metamorphic polygel already. If you got ideas for what I should do with it, I'm probably not going to do the whole cloning gel farm thing, but I could clone spheres of negative weight. I could clone nuclear cells. I don't know. I'd have to find antimatter cells if I'm doing that, but very cool at the very least. So hopefully you have something good, right? Leyline puppeteers. That's fun. But I think I already have, actually. Don't I have the ability to make friends? I have so many mutations here. It's like they're all hidden underneath everything else. Psychometry. I've got Berserk. I've got all the axe skills. I don't even have an axe. Yeah, Temporal Fugue, 2 copies. Let's move this up. And let's move up, make camp. We'll move Flaming Ray down. Brewing Claws, I don't need that. Shield Slam, I'm probably not using. Burgeoning is fun. And level 6, I think is where it's at, is pretty much where you want it. I think level 7 is the max you want, maybe? I can't remember. At a certain level, it starts making Vanta Blooms, which are just annoying. This I can probably move down as well. Okay. Force Bubble, let's move that up. Let's see what we got. Precog, 2 Force Bubbles, Teleport Other, Time Dilation, so on and so forth. Neat. We are a crazy mutant build now, and we look like a rifle turret. Because why not? So we'll go ahead and eat this. It's going to give me a few levels, plus 4 to psychometry. Huge. So what is my psychometry at? 11. 11 psychometry. Surely I can learn something cool. This, you abide the memory of negative weight and learn to build negative weights, which takes 7 bits, which I just bought. So I can make a few of those. What else can we learn? Nothing here is interesting. All the injectors, I already know them, mostly. Yep. Flamethrowers, why not? Just in case I accidentally sell it again, as I'm prone to do. What else we got? Nuclear cells? Heck yeah. Got to be able to charge them, of course, but there you go. Probably learn these too. I can basically learn anything, it seems like. Very cool. Learn this. Learn this. I've got that already, obviously. Okay. Let's look at tinkering. What could we tinker that would be fun? I know we want the reprogrammable recoiler. Where's that at? Trinkets. Tools, reprogrammable. Here it is. So we'll make one of these. We're going to program it to the 6-day still, at the very least. Now we can make 4 of these, which is worth 40 weight, which is huge. What else can we do? We could make nuclear cells. No, we cannot. We need more 5 bits. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to make a couple of these anyway. That uses... Oh, no, I can't. Tinker 3. Okay. Well, I'm at 28 intelligence. Can't learn it yet. Soon, maybe. Okay, well, fun idea. Let's see what we can mod, actually, while we're here. Because we have tons of mods. Okay, we don't want flaming. We could do electromagnetically shielded on the flamethrower. If I get another 5 bits. So I'm looking for 5 bits. Radio-powered nuclear cell seems really good. So we'll do that. I could have 6-fingered gauntlets if I had a 3-bit. That's 1 more agility. Willowy on things that are heavy. So like, that's only 15 pounds, my shield. That just doesn't seem worth it, to be honest. This is 40 pounds. So I could do that. Okay, that got lighter. And I think I'm happy with my resists as they are, actually. So I don't need to do woolly. Can I take the backpack off? Yes, I can. Nice. Flamethrower on. And we're looking good. So I'm going to put the nuclear cell in here, radio powered. And we'll go back to Great Gate. I mean, 6-day still. And we'll program that in. That said, do I actually need that anymore? Like, those are all tier 1 vendors. Kind of feel like I don't need it anymore. Let's take a step back. What are we actually doing here? I need 2 hand weapons, just because it makes me feel good to have something in all my hands. Feels like I don't want empty hands, even though I'm a flamethrower build. I've got 2 arm slots. Otherwise, I have a precinct navigator and a force bracelet. I had a holographic bracelet at one point, but I sold it. I think, actually, it might be laying on the ground at Great Gate. So why don't we go there? Pick up some stuff on the ground. Ugh. I'm auto-using claws to dig. That's kind of annoying. Masterwork sword. I'll take that. Grenade launchers. I'll go ahead and disassemble those. There were 3 bits and 4 bits. And there's a bunch of fresh water. I mean, I guess I'll get them. Disassemble this for a 2-bit. Somewhere here, maybe it's Jacobo has it, has my holographic bracelet, which was a reward for doing level 12 Golgotha. He doesn't have it. Where, oh, where could it be? Crystal longsword. I could put another shield on in my open hand, actually. I guess I'll do that, right? Right hand. Put a sword in the other hand? Sure. Seems okay. Kind of heavy, if I'm honest, but... There's a corpse of a bear with a wristband on it, which I apparently can't disassemble because it's broken. Somebody has my item that I'm looking for. None of these guys, though. Huh. Well, that's all right. I've got a shield. I could put a buckler here as well. I think I have all the shield skills, right? Basically. Except for that one. So, I mean, having more shields is not useless. It's a lot of blocking. It's a lot of weight, too. Like, I'm real close again on my weight limit. Not sure what I can do to reduce weight any further. Like, well, I could disassemble this. Sell a few more things, but not a ton. I got a ton of batteries. And then, yeah, I just have a lot of gear. Like, I'm just carrying a bunch of stuff. Oh, we've got another glove slot as well. Are there gloves here? Yeah, fullerite gauntlets. They're heavy, though, unfortunately. Can I still move? No. What about modding these? I could mod them as willowy for a 5-bit. Sure, do that. They're now 6 pounds, and I can walk again. Okay, so my AV is now up to 14, which is pretty solid, really. And I've got 2 really good shields. Crystal Aegis and a fullerite shield. Somewhere, here it is. 5-4 and 6-2, so that's good. Feeling quite defensive. When I eat, I'll have plus 19 quickness, and I have time dilation. So double force bracelet things, precognition. I don't see much of anything killing me. Okay, let's go back to Mushroom Village. Check the vendor, but then we're going to walk over to 6 Day Still. Hopefully sell some of this stuff. I've just got too much. Too much weight. Certainly don't want to walk into your freehold. Not, what am I saying? I don't want to walk into the Tomb of the Eaters with this much weight on me. We can't fly anymore either, which is a bit awkward. But it's okay. Not the worst thing in the world. Random ruins, these are going to be useless to me. Not even any enemies. Look at all the bookshelves. Surely I'll get something good, right? Yeah, a few books. Don't you love how this worm is just chasing me around? And my auto explorer doesn't seem to care. Ridiculous. Let's see, I can disassemble the phylactery. It gives me a 6-bit. I think that's a fine thing to do. Then at least I can move. And now what do we drop? Painted longsword, sure. Tons of books here. Not as many as there could have been, but it's pretty good. Actually running out of weight. Just trying to carry this stuff around. Can we cook? Yeah, not much. I have the Basque ability. Let's put that right up top and take burgeoning away. Because I don't plan to actually use that. So we'll Basque. Gives me some quickness. But really the issue is the weight. So backpack solves that, I guess. I have enough melee skills that I can just use melee skills to kill things, realistically, especially these low-level things. Look at all these books. It's incredible. What a find. Would have loved to find this early game. Uh-oh. Are these spores? They are. Can I just leave? No. I still can't leave. Yeah, I just don't want to be covered in spores, so we're bailing on that one. Got a ton of books. What do we have here? Legendary antelope type things, right? Yeah, here we go. Let's go talk to this guy. Disliked by some cult, hated by mollusks for reprogramming their favorite robot. Yeah, sure. Let's make friends. Do you have anything interesting to tell me? Water weep and water weep. Useless. Cool. Let's not spend time digging through all the walls. All right. Did I have a secret? I kind of feel like I did. No. I've just about got all the secrets, surely. I've got the 20,000 experience for turning one in, so I'm not sure if there's any more beyond that. I'm not sure what the max is. Let's sell some books, shall we? Almost got them all. It just kept going. I thought, surely it's almost done. 20.8 thousand experience for a level up. Nice. We're level 26 now. We got a mutation point. More quickness seems pretty good. Otherwise, I don't know what we're doing. Could save it up to just keep getting more mutations, though, too. Maybe I'll just do that. Seems fine. 305 skill points. I talked about getting blocking. I could also go into more multi-weapon fighting. Nah. I like blocking. Let's do full block skills. And what? I could reverse engineer, I guess, just for fun. Pick up some extra learning from disassembling things. Let's just look. Let's do a quick overview here. I'm missing one here, two here, three here, one here. But look at this. Like, most of these are just about complete or actually complete. Crazy amount of skill points. Kind of hilarious. I can learn proselytize from this guy as well. Let's do it. Nice. So we could go get a friend now. As a matter of fact, I could actually use my warden's rep to get a warden friend as well as the proselytize friend and go friends build for a while. That might be kind of fun. It makes flamethrower pretty hard to use, but might be fun. I don't know. What do you want to see, chat? Any thoughts on, should I go melee and friends build? Should I just go flamethrower? If you guys have a fun idea, I will do it. Otherwise, we're basically just shaping up here for Tomb of the Eaters. Let's check the Grenadier. I could see getting plasma grenades. Oh, of course, I can't identify all these. I would have to do the cooking recipe to identify those. Meh. Is there even anybody here that we need to keep checking? I don't think there is. These vendors are too low level to be relevant anymore, aren't they? Yeah, I think so. Well, let's go back to Yurd then. Because these guys will have restocked, right? Probably. No, this one hasn't. Rokos did. Yeah, these guys have. Okay. Nothing relevant there. More 6-bits. I'm feeling like I don't need any more of those, honestly. Maybe Tilly will have something good. We're looking for things to go on my arms. Look at that. More metamorphic polygel. Shard mail is good, but it's not better than high energy thermocast, I don't think. Could get a nuclear cell. Zetachrome hammer. Boy, when you see one of these, you just want to buy them. If we go for the golem quest later, obviously you need one of these. Is this a two-handed weapon? Zetachrome hammer. I can't remember if this is two-handed or one-handed. Because if it's one-handed, well, actually, no, I can use it regardless. I have 4 hands. Should I just buy this? I also have all the cudgel skills, I'm pretty sure. So I could just be melee build. That'd be fun. Let's see how much money I actually have. If I wanted to sell everything, what do I have? Let's ID whatever this is. Metal folding chair. Okay, disassemble. So I don't need metamorphic polygel really, but I could use it to make money if I need to. If I had something really, really valuable. Which would be like a gun of some kind, probably. I don't know. What do I have that's valuable? This high energy thermocask is 1200. So I could actually use 1 polygel on that and sell it to buy the other polygel and profit by like 300 drams. That might be worth doing. I want to keep these. I got to keep this. I can get rid of all these. Yeah, and I've got a lot of this kind of stuff. So what's this worth? Not allowed to sell worm static. Don't be tempted. 2400. It's enough to buy the hammer at the very least. So if I buy this, I can sell the weapons I'm currently holding. I can use the metamorphic polygel on this armor I have. Let's do that. So we'll take this trade. We'll do this in 2 parts. So I've got a carbide hammer, I've got a crystal sword, and I've got something else in my hands, right? Right hand, right hand. Left hand is a shield. Right. So I have 2 shields and a Zetachrome hammer, which is a single-handed weapon. Now, I have metamorphic polygel. Is this what I want a metamorphic polygel? Maybe. Let's see what it's worth. So I could metamorphic. These are 900 a piece to sell back. So it's more profitable if I'm going to sell it to sell thermocasks. I should at least have 2 of these, right? 2 of these and 2 shields, or do I want 3 of these and 1 shield? It's probably the latter. So let's use all of my metamorphic polygels right here. And I'm going to go polygel on high energy thermocask. Oh, that was silly. I should have put my nuclear cell in there first. A little bit of oversight. That's okay. So we'll sell this to buy metamorphic polygel, profiting just under 300 drams. Which I'm going to use to buy nuggets. trade goods. So not that many. What's this put me at? 1,200. So I want one more. What's that look like? You'll have to pony up 224 drams of water. So that's all my water. Go ahead. It's actually not all my water. So then I'll sell these items. Whoa, really don't need to do that. Yeah, okay. We'll do this and then we'll buy another gold nugget. Or this rough agate, actually, because I can shine it up, make it worth a little more money. So he has to pony up 176. So we'll grab a silver nugget. 126. Okay. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to shine this up real quick. And while we're doing that, we're going to copy my weapon. So I've got, where is it? Zetachrome hammer. We'll copy that once. We'll take off the fullerite shield. So I'm going to gain some weight here as well by getting rid of that. And we'll copy Zetachrome hammer again. So now we have 3 Zetachrome hammers and a Chris Steel Aegis in our 4 hands, which is totally sick. We're going to be bonking people like crazy. Still have 1 metamorphic polygel spare. Let's check our skills, and we're going to look at the bunking skills. 6 of 7, so I just need backswing, and I'll have this done. But I've got slam, which is active. Demolish is active. And conk is active. So it's a bunch of activated abilities, unfortunately. But I have constant ability to stun. So this is good. This is fun. I have a bit of multi-weapon fighting. I could use more, right? So this is kind of the direction I'm looking now. And we're going to switch it up, and we're going to be a melee build with a flamethrower, which seems like fun. All right, we'll wait until this is done. Grab our agate, and I guess what we're going to do is just go back over here and buy some more trade goods back using whatever we can to get lighter. So let's see. Aegis for sure. Combustion cell, I really don't think we need anymore. Still want the anti-gravity boots. Boy, we just can't get rid of very much, can we? My weight's okay. It's not terrible. I have a bunch of water on me, so let's see what we can buy. Gold nugget and smooth agate. What does that do? Pony up 135. So I have 11 left, and my weight is way better. So I'm going in the right direction. I just want to sell something to get enough water to survive. So we can probably sell canned have it all. I don't use these. And I can sell some of this stuff, some spine fruit jam. About like that. That'll work. Cool. Now the only thing I don't have are these 2 arm slots. Plus an ability to fly. But I always could switch these boots out for the flying boots if I need to. Now, can we mod these? Willowy and flaming. They only weigh 5 pounds, so willowy doesn't matter. Flaming, though, seems pretty good, right? It pairs with flamethrower. It is more crowd control on top of the stun. Only problem is that it takes 8 bits to mod. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to see how good this build is. And I got to look at moving these things up. What I need is another row of abilities. So actually, I never use this, but maybe I will. If I just move them to here, it'll be a lot easier. Can I drag them? No. That'd been nice. You can drag them in here. So this needs to go up into the, like, mark target shield wall area. Shield slam? No, shield wall. What does shield wall do? Actually, I don't know. For the next 3 rounds, you automatically block all incoming melee attacks. Neat. So we want that online. We'll move slam up. Somewhere in here. And then we've got Fury, which is relevant. Somewhere in there. And there's one more, isn't there? Oh, I've got single weapon fighting toggled on. So we'll toggle that off. So I think I'm a multi-weapon fighter now. I should go bop some things and see how it goes. What does this do? Have to have a long blade, so that doesn't work. Lunge and swipe, can't use those. I have so many abilities, it's just like, got to dig through everything. I think I can use Berserk, can I? Must be wielding an axe, so no, not currently. Okay, how does this look? Neat. Now, what does slam do? I just got to remind myself, what do all these things actually do? So slam is an activated ability. Gives me more penetration. It slams them backwards. Can break walls. Can be stunned. Extra weapon damage if they hit a wall, etc. So that's a knockback. That's like a get out of my range. This is for 5 rounds. Your chance to daze is 100%. Slam has no cooldown. So you turn this on, you slam everything, right? Knock everything away, stun everything. Seems fun. Flurry hits with all my weapons. Conk is a triggered attack or an activated attack. Automatically dazes. If they're already dazed, you stun them. Basically. Conking a stun target instead knocks them unconscious for 30 to 40 rounds. Dude, the CC on this build just went through the roof. Plus I have Temporal Fugue, so if I Temporal Fugue, they've got flamethrowers and they've got multiple Zetachrome hammers. The CC is just off the charts. This build just got crazy. I'm actually excited to try to use this. Let's bask. My quickness is also high, right? So it's not as high as it could be, but every 5 turns, we're basically going to get a free turn. So that's cool. Let's go fight somewhere and just kind of see how it goes. I think I have all the wayfaring skills, right? So we could just go look around in the forest, find a fight, get in a fight. Just for fun. Let's see what happens. We could also look at a historic site. These are all historic sites. Tabamish. Is that a historic site? No. I don't know what that is. Weird. Oh, here it is. It's a settlement. Well, okay. This is a historic site, right? Tabal. I believe it is. Yes, historic site. So any historic site can be extremely scary in this lake region because super scary stuff spawns in the lake region. That said, Let's see what's down here. You know, it could be Gao-Gaos. Here's a scary tree. Oh, it's a cult of trees. I think definitely no on that. That said, my flamethrower is going to be really good against us, right? Yeah, super good. They're worth 300 experience. So maybe? This is an enemy too, right? Yeah, these guys slam you. Super weak to fire though, but really what I want to try is my melee build, so we're just going to leave this. We'll go check out this settlement. Maybe they give me a quest, which is fun. I just want to try out my bonking abilities right now. I'm very excited to try my triple Zetachrome hammer build with Temporal Fugue. Seems kind of sick. All right, Mayor, who are you aligned with? Disliked by worms and random village. Aligned with grazing hedonist. Okay, that's interesting. What do you have to teach? Let's do it. Worms already hated me. Dude, he teaches Tinker 3. Yes, please. Thank you. Can I have some more, sir? You know what that means is that I can tinker up spheres of negative weight. Do I want to do that? At least one, right? Yeah, make one. I'm going to keep the other 7-bit, but why not? Beautiful. Love it. Anything else I want to do with Tinker 3? I don't think so at the moment. I don't think I have anything else needing Tinker 3 that I don't already have. Like I already have the armor that requires Tinker 3 that I can't even wear, this one. Yeah, okay, we're good. Cool. I like it. It's a good pickup. What else do we have? We have a legendary and we have a warden. Is there work around here? I would like you to find the insect-like wrist fan. Yeah, all right. It's in a ruins. So we're looking for the Narkruk room in our ruins section. Narkruk room. Narkruk town. Narkruk district. Hello? Narkruk ruins? Am I blind? Or is it one of these? Narkruk. I could see it being this. Let me look at that quest again. It says Narkruk room. Oh, at Tabamish. No, return it. That's the town. Tabamish and Narkruk room. And it doesn't actually show me where that is. Weird. Narkruk town. I guess I'll go here. I don't know where else to go, frankly. Like, usually it says exactly what he tells you. But the Narkruk room doesn't appear to be listed anywhere. Weird. Well, okay, we'll check with the warden. Gershling fangs. Did this guy say anything else about this? Not noticeably. The location of the Narkruk room in your location's ruins. It really should be listed there as exactly what that says under ruins. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay, I am blind. Confirmed. Let's go do the thing. I've also got this space here, which is a legendary beetle bomb. Not particularly interesting. Layer of the legendary plasmatic Gershling. Do they hate me? Yes, but they're trivial at the same time. Also, there's a ton of them. Let's just bail. I don't think I want to really do this. Secluded scriptorium. Huge. Merchant scribe layer. 1500 experience. Data disk for the sphere of negative weight. Too bad I already know it. Ooh, hello, sap. We do not like saps. They are very unfun. It's kind of scary that that's what's around here as well. More saps. Get them, get them, get them. Watch out for steam. That will probably hurt us quite a lot. Another location of ruins. Okay, fine. What was that? More ruins? No, a settlement. Interesting. Ugh, I know there are bookshelves here. Just go to the bookshelves and loot them. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Legendary Mechamist. 6-bit and unknown tubes. Let's go ahead and buy those. We'll use our books. And silver nugget? Sure. Take that. And then should we make friends with you? Disliked by Vines, Daughters of Exiles, and Snapjaws. Yeah, not worth. Let's see. There are a couple of chests over here. Nothing in it. Bookshelf over here. And then we'll go see what our scribe has for us. Oh, I don't own that. Right, okay. So I'm not going to steal it. Another 1500 XP. Sphinx Salt, EMP3. Decent loot. I could see using that EMP3 grenade at some point. Alright, Mr. Scribe. Disliked by cats, fungi, and frogs. Loved by the Merchants Guild. I think we'll make friends with you. Frogs hate me. Fungi don't care. Cats are fine. We can share some stuff with you, and then you can share some secrets with me, which is a Dromad Caravan and a Dromad Caravan. And she's just going to have books for sale, presumably. Yeah. Very expensive books. I could use rep to get the illuminated book that she has on her. But meh. That's kind of how I'm feeling about it. We'll go ahead and learn EMP3 while I'm thinking about it. So if we do end up fighting Gersh later on, for example, EMP grenades are very important for turning off their reflective ability. So we'll keep that online. Okay. More ruins. Just looking for a place where I can safely bonk some people. Whoa, I got impaled as soon as I stepped into the map? What's this noise? There are saps here. I don't want to fight saps. I have no interest in that whatsoever. Here's the Narcock room. So what was our quest? Remind me. I need the insect-like fan, which is going to be in a chest here, probably. Some books. Watch out. Red gels, which explode into lava. So again, we're not going to melee these guys. What we're going to do is run away. We're going to pop Temporal Fugue. and let them fight the gels. See how they do. One of them set the other one on fire. These guys are probably pretty much immune to fire, right? I mean, probably. Itchy skin covered in spores. Time dilated. Okay. Well, all I know is I don't want to be in melee with those guys because they really, really hurt. He's injured. Ugh, green gel. A cupola who's going to make me sink through the floor. So we'll vaporize him. These lava gels are still alive. That's awkward. Temporal fugue did not do the thing. Let's hit precog. And since I have precog, let's go fight them in melee. Because if I die, who cares? I think that's the idea. First thing I'm going to do is time dilation. They stepped into melee when I did that. And now we're going to go shield wall. Demolish. And now we'll bonk them. Dazed, stun, remain stunned. I am on fire. I'm penetrating quite a few times, actually. Keeping them stunned. Let's go with conk. I'll conk him. So he's asleep. I am lava covered and burning. So can't see where the lava is. But we're just going to walk away. Still covered in lava. Let's clean off. Or my boots burn or something. Still burning. Okay, well, you know, I guess what I think is that was fine. Like, it's pretty cool. I know these guys are definitely things you don't want to be in melee with. And so for just playing around, that went fine. Now I've got... I thought I had the ability to knock somebody back. Where's that at? Slam. It's offline. Got it. What about sprint? Can I sprint away? I can jump. Not sure where my sprint is. Dude, where's sprint? Oh, all the way up here. We'll just step up this way. He's badly wounded. I'm not actually sure I'm doing any damage. Why did my gloves just break? Were they on fire? Yeah, they're on fire. What else is on fire? Anything? Weird. Just, oh, this is on fire. Fight fire. Still close to this guy, so I need to kill him with something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure now that my fire is not doing any damage to him, which makes sense. He's made of lava. So, what's the game plan? I need to switch into my handrails optimally. I guess I can go force bubble. I'm going to pat this off right now. Fight the fire. And this is still on fire. We don't want them to break. Well, they're already broken. They will burn up if I don't put them out. So can I actually pour water on them? Is that a better idea? It probably would have been. I don't have repair, do I? No. Okay. So we're going to flip on... Did I save my guns? No, I said, oh, don't worry, I'll just tinker them up if I ever need them again. Except that when you need them, you're mid-fight. Awkward. Here's what we're going to do. Go to the overworld. Go back to the Narcock room. Do not return to the start of the vision. And then we're going to reset. Basically, just reset everything. Temporal fugue's back online. Precog's back online. Looking for the quest item. So yeah, the bonking ability is pretty cool. Like, wearing the Zetachrome hammer is pretty strong. Will be much stronger on things that I'm not actually afraid of standing in melee with, obviously. I have found the insect-like wristband. 1,500 experience. And we could get magnetized boots. We could get resonance grenades, spring turret grenades, etc. A bunch of books. I don't know. I'm kind of meh on all this stuff. I guess we go books because it's worth money. Those grenades I don't need. Yeah, we'll go books. This is fine. Okay, we will bask. We are level 26. Feeling good. Got a cool setup now. We're a melee build with multiple arms. Bonking things left and right. We got a flamethrower. I think in the next video, we're going to go into the Tomb of the Eaters right away. I think we're pretty much ready for it. Hey, look at that. Eater's Nectar Injector. We'll just identify these real quick, but we're going to call it quits here real shortly. I guess the Eater's Nectar Injector is now what I'm going to use Metamorphic Polygel on. So I'll be looking to do that soon. I got to get these repaired. So let me do that real quick before I forget. We'll just run up here to the freehold. And I think this guy's the Tinkerer, isn't he? Maybe. Can you repair my items, sir? Yep, sure can. Cool. All right, sitting at 14 AV, so we're all good. I appreciate you watching this video. It was kind of a fun one. Lots of questing, lots of drinking the warm static to mix things up. Got a ton of mutations. Got basically all the skills, right? Getting really close. This is a really sick build. It's fun, you know, mixing things up. We got a lot of tinkering, good tinkering items. Good stuff overall. So I appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button so you know when I go live again. I will probably be live around the same time tomorrow. And as always, I will post it in the various Discord channels. Until then, good luck in your own games, and I will see you next time. Peace.